this one go to the judges. And a counter left. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Trying to answer back. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fist.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drums, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to run.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Good punch. Got out of the way of that right hook. Oh, what a punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. Big, heavy shots, and Louis is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's see how... There's the bell to start round 3. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He misses with that jab. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Do you believe this? The greatest is down to the
Okay,
canvas.
buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
You can look at your cut on your face.
Don't let him get back in fight. Don't let him get confident. Hit him in the straight. Nice round. Good round. I like that. Fantastic. Good man. Every time you see him, take a big deep breath. Banging that too strong.
No, that wasn't a clean block. This was a foul.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action. Back at it in round 4. Nice punch. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? And finally,
That actually makes no
goes
sense.
down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? He's trying to fight his way back into this. I don't know what his game plan is, or if he's even got one. Perfect punch. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up?
Yeah, that was weird.
He parries that left jab away. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round.
No stamina
What a huge
into the
momentum
fourth.
swing. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Let's start the 6th. And he just missed with that left jab. no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favourite and pickpocket him.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. What a punch. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do?
How is my head hurt?
And relax. Because
who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Well, he's got him right where he wants him. Can he put him away? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
My controller won't stop vibrating with this guy.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no... Muhammad Ali in trouble, but surely he'll find a way out. The body work has taken its toll. You can see the pain on his face.
man, oh man, you know what? He's got to hope the referee doesn't jump in and stop it.
Absolutely shattered. That's it. He's getting better. He's going to see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish it. Yeah, you can't listen. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let that continue.
This guy's a little suspect.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. Let's hit the bell and start round 7. Blocks the jab. Fails to score with that left hook. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he misses with that jab.
I love how I'm only getting one knockdown in round 1, then not one since. Weird.
If there's anyone
Yeah.
that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. He's got a wounded animal right in front of him. Can he put him away? I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire. He blocks the right hook. He misses with that jab.
That makes no sense. I'm not even going to give you the rim. I'll just give you a surrender.
So there you have it. It is official now, and
Weird.
that is not the way anyone wanted
I want to see a swelling.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look
Nice little
forward
mod
to
saying,
fight
bud.
number 2.
Look at his swelling. Okay, bud. And his stamina was all the way up when I'm giving him body shots. 39 out of 49. Modding. I'm just gonna stick with my Floyd Patterson.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198 centimeter reach. Floyd Patterson, a man that needs no introduction. 6 foot tall, 172 pounds, one of the slickest heavyweights of all time.
Talk about
Alexander Usyk, the gentleman of boxing. Floyd Patterson, one of the best to ever do it in the heavyweight division.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
All the talking has been done. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. He just misses with that jab. Missed him with that uppercut. That left counter was perfectly timed. He misses with that jab. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he misses with the left uppercut. Nice counter shot. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Nice counter. He blocks that jab. Perfect counter shot. Neither man really defending themselves. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there. Get the...
Oh, he's just taking a big breath, and here we go again. This This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That counter shot lands. Usyk might go down here. What an upset. He's trying to fight his way back into this. I don't know what his game plan is, or if he's even got one. Looks like they've shaken it off. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. We've never seen Alexander Usyk hurt like this before. He's got a wounded animal right in front of him. Can he put him away? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed. Caution is being thrown to the wind. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it could...
There's the bell for round 3. Counter right. Off the charts action for both of these fighters. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchange here from both men. And he fails to score with that left hook. Call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Bam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Ooh, I'm making him bleed now.
You can't score with that uppercut.
He sees the blood.
Left counter punch will score. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Good left counter that lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Great counter right-handed. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Here we go to the 4th round. Fighters certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
He blocks the hook. Perfect counter lands. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Left counter scores. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Lands with the right counter. Good one.
I don't understand it.
That one lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Time for the 5th round. And he just missed with that left jab. Corner's got...
Woo!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's go.
One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Both men step back for just a moment. He threw the hook, didn't land. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
He can barely see out his damn eyeball, bro. Fuck him up.
Don't get the jab and don't get carried away. Think about your punch and then what you do.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Insane action! Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. defense showing exceptional chins, by the way. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are... Round 7, here we go. And this with that jab. Nice exchange here from both men. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks the right uppercut. They both want a highlight reel knockout. This is with the right uppercut. He parries away that left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go.
And there's the bell for round 8. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter.
Bro, all you do is punch to the body like a rat.
They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed.
That's all he's doing is this.
All the way through a fight.
Fucking stupid. How's about you try to knock me out? Because look at your face.
Nice shot with the left.
Literally have no stamina.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. He just rung his bell. Can he finish the job? As he weathered the storm, Looks like they're out of trouble. That punch landed. Oh, and they just got their bell rung. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
That's when you talk about championship material.
Pussy.
Mix it up, body and head, be smart, change your angle. Yes, I like that round. Does that feel good? Good man.
And we enter the ninth. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. It's bombs away. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. It's bombs away. The courage on display here is incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
You're losing.
I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
On top of him. Don't let him get back his back. Don't let him get confident. Don't let him step. Oh, I love that. I love that. I check. To be fair. And every time you see him take a big deep breath, banging down to his foot. I thought, don't just stick a few body shots in there a little bit.
And there's the bell for round 10. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Just missing with the uppercut. He misses with that jab. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Good right hand. He just misses with that big right hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That body has been beaten up big time. This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And the referee taking a good look at him. Wouldn't be surprised if he stops it here. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about champions.
There's the bell for round 12. You hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That punch lands. Got out of the way of that right hook. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Better start respecting each other's punching power. He rocked him! A much better game plan here. Nice punch. Right punch. Trying to answer back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided to decision there.
Let's go!
What a whitewash. That's level. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn
Look at your bloody
hard
face.
lesson. I totally agree.
Fucking spamming body shots. Boop, 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 boop. You fucking suck. I win the 10th. What a hard-earned victory, bro. Jesus. How am I still have no fucking energy? The Spanish hand grenade's cheating, but it's okay. I'm not playing your inside fighting bullshit, bro. Oh, I got inside his fucking range. think I'm making a comeback. I did. Let's go. I did. I won all rounds. He's pissed. Ooh, ooh. I go. Why am I still stunned? Okay, now I'm not playing with you. Bitch. Yeah, you can't fucking do that when my hands are down at my side. Oh, fuck. That's so unlucky. That's so unlucky!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So annoying because he has like full stamina because he's fucking cheating. This guy's barely punched me in the body except the past 2 rounds.
as expected, fully packed here tonight. It's the Grand Theater. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Buddy.
Time for our tale of the tape. It's Floyd Patterson, a man that needs no introduction. One of the legends of legends, fighting out of Waco, North Carolina. A true heavyweight superstar. Smoke.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge.
I'm an ex-fighter, and this is an absolute pleasure to be here. You're gonna see all the action, and you can say it, I was there. This is just one of those places.
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nice counter shot. His jab just got blocked. They both want a knockout, you can tell. He blocks that jab. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nice exchange, and he goes down.
That actually
Looking
makes
good
no
for him right
sense.
now.
I want to see that because that's wild. And hitting him with left hooks and I'm getting ooze from the crowd.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. That one lands. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be. Here we go, it's round two. You're not gonna see a lot of finesse and... So there you have it, it is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what
Thanks,
he was
buddy.
doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
Yeah, it's 0 swing and you already started with the swell.
Welcome to the WBC arena. They've been talking the talk. It's now time to walk the walk. I'm Todd. He is Smoking Joe. These two have been going at it, and high hopes for this battle between these two athletes. He missed with that jab. He misses with that jab. A perfect counter lands. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You find this one where you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearms. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Left counter scores. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Got out of the way of that right hook. Nice job landing that left counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch. Can't score with the right hand. He threw the hook, didn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. They exchange punches. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. There's the bell to start round two. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice counter. Perfect punch. Oh, and they just got their bell rung. Got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That's another scoring shot. Defending themselves. Swing and a miss with that hook. And he misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this.
Let's go.
participants step back for just a moment. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Right hand. Big left there, but misses. Is there any way back into this fight after the beat? Back at it in round 4. And he just missed with that left jab. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice punch. That left scores. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who...
Tight down goes Fury!
He's definitely cheating.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shit, sketchy. Now look, my stamina's already down there.
High punch. He just misses with that jab. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. So it's plan B time after being knocked out. Back into the fray here in round 5. Nope, that hook won't score. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Score with that left hand. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. They score again with the left hand. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come... Here's the bell to start round 6. Both men step back for just a moment. Swing and a miss with the hook. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Good punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. That left shot lands. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The body work has taken it. Round 7, here we go. A swing and a miss with the left hook. He fails to score with that left hook. Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one. And down goes
I was
Fury.
blocking. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
Exchange here from both men. He blocks that jab. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crust. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely.
dance on him, boy.
This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
To make or break a fighter.
Well, I want to see his swelling.
Great round, great round. Now, relax, relax. Now, don't wait till look. Now, he's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go.
Round 8, and we're off again. Not a lot of defense here at all. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up? Big swing and a miss with the hook. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire, fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That punch lands. That one lands.
Back up.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's gonna
Ooh,
have
how does he
more
still
endurance?
have that in him?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Another scoring shot there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. His body has been beaten up big time. As he sits down, you can see the pain on his face.
Cornerman, get your job done, do it right.
He's absolutely knackered, mate. He's knackered.
And there's the bell to start round 9. They both... He needs to just land one big shot, but can he do it? We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
I love it.
Both men step back for just a moment. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Quick punch scores. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Left punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. stamina is always in. We've made it to round 10. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Look at this fucking guy. Glitchy.
Nice exchange here from both men. Not many of the people in the division hit like them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice punch. Fantastic punch. Punch scores. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The body work has taken its toll. You can see the pain on his face.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for their fighter?
He's gone. I'm telling you.
And there's the bell for round 11. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I'm handling it by duping him.
Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Right punch. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have. And there's the bell to start round 12. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That's a scoring left hand. These two fighters are made for one another. Oh, what a punch! Nice exchanges from both men in this round. In the early rounds of the fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight. And that hook misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Let's go.
Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Go back to the drawing board, bud. Learn to box. Look at your swelling. Oh. I think I got rocked the whole time, bro.
What a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to rumble here at Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Let's see what you do when
Here
I
he
fuck
comes.
you up, Gypsy.
The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet nothing.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it, as we have our main event underneath the bright, sunny skies.
Todd, it's a privilege and an honor to be here. You know what? I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Good counter right hand again. Ultimate step back for just a moment. Punch, counter punch. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
Our tactics are everything. In this heat, the cornerman, that 1 minute is going to be everything. He's got to give you instructions. He's got to cool you down, calm you down, patch you up, and send you out there confident. It is so hard when you're in a fight, and it's outside in that heat.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. That left counter was perfectly timed. He parries that left jab away. He misses with that jab. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they... And there's the bell for round 2. Beautiful counter punch. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Oh, what a punch! When are we going to see a jab from these two? He just misses with that big right hand. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
When you're fighting a counter puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange. And he misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match... The bell rings and we start the third. It's all offense all the time. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight. That left hand misses. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Blocks that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock.
Down goes Fury!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This guy's ping is spiking so high, it's hilarious. Keeps going green, red,
Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches.
Thanks, I don't know if it. We'll buy some more mods on Google.
Both men step back for just a moment.
Go buy more mods on Google.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Left shot lands. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round we'd rather forget.
Oh, good man.
borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
How are they going to revive
You
him?
got red in your faces. I have zero swelling.
Time for the 5th round. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? He just misses with that jab. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
And he just missed with that left jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He missed with that jab. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. This guy certainly has a huge chin. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least. He misses with that jab. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship material.
On to the 6th round. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know that the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Home for that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the match. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Bitch.
There you have it. It is official now.
Yeah, look at your
That's
face.
not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
Oh, I understand that. I have zero swelling. He has all the swelling. I threw way more hooks. He threw 24 hooks. Only made it 13. Was knocking me down from a fucking what?
And then you go out and you make those corrections on the field, you saw their play elevate, and
that's what you want to see as a player. And so while it was difficult, why you don't want to get dog cussed and embarrassed in front of your teammates and called out and all that stuff, well, look, we're all prideful as NFL players. But at the end of the day, when you see the results because of the corrections that he made, and it makes you a better player, and then that shows up on Sunday, that's all you're looking for as a player. So you can deal with the hard coaching throughout the course of the week. But again, if you're getting coached really hard and it's not, the results aren't there, and you're then that's when you start to question, hey, what are we doing? Why are we doing?
Something the New England Patriots in 2023 will probably have to recapture to an extent, and I think they got the right guys in charge to help do it. And Bill O'Brien, definitely an old school coach, but will come with the gravitas necessary. But as we look at that, and we sidetracked quite a bit there for about 15 minutes, I want to bring it back to the schedule, because the Patriots schedule will be announced this week, on Thursday. We already know that one of their home games is actually an away game. They're going to play the Indianapolis Colts in Germany. The Patriots giving up a home game to further the brand. But I want to ask you guys in this schedule look ahead, which is a player, Matt, and then I'm sure Phil's got questions too, but what is a player is the first thing you look for when you examine a schedule?
Well, it's always interesting because as a player, obviously, your main focus is always the division, right? The divisional race, because that's going to get you in the playoffs if you win your division. But at the end of the day, when you already know what your division is, and then you're sitting there going, okay, who are my opponents? And again, you get excited when the schedule comes out because again, this is going to be your competition for the year. And you get excited for those games, like the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
So are you looking for prime time? Are you looking for off time games?
Hold on. How is it not the bye week? Don't you want the bye week? Isn't that what you care about? You're going to make your vacation. You want to know where you're going golfing. You want to know when you're hitting Cancun. Like, young Matt Castle, I know.
Young Matt Castle.
I know young Matt Castle had his nose.
Is it early?
Where's that bye?
Is it late? Where's the bye? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely Thursday night game, right? Thursday night game is always a grinder that you've got to get mentally prepared for starting the off season, right? Your prime time
motherfucker.
games, no doubt about it. Buys,
Let's see who the better Tyson Fury is.
Does it come early? We used to get one bye week. I remember in Kansas City, we got the bye week after week 3 and then had to grind it out the rest of the year. You know what I mean? So bye week is important, but not as important as your opponents for the year because you're looking at it in its entirety and saying, this is a pretty solid strength of schedule in terms of who the New England Patriots are going to play, particularly because the division is so competitive. But at the same time, when you look at it, they're playing 7 playoff teams from last season, and that's going to be a daunting task for this team to go out and go get back to where they want to be.
Phil, what do you look for?
I look for the this is so cliched sports media guy. I'm looking for the gauntlet.
Yes, the gauntlet.
It's that stretch of 4 or 5 games that you know are going to, you think at least you know, are going to make or break the season. So it's usually based on quarterbacks, but sometimes it's not. But it's then, it doesn't always have to be in succession, right, Tom? Sometimes it's like 4 out of 5 games, but there's no bye week in there.
Yep.
You get out of there with 2 or 3 wins.
You might get like Thursday night game and travel involved.
You get back from Frankfurt, and you got Aaron Rodgers, and then you got Josh Allen, and then you got Patrick Mahomes. Like, to finish up, like that's the sort of thing
FanDuel.com/NSBO and sign up to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet your first $5. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Hope is here. GamblingHelplineMA.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts. Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. 21 plus and President Select States. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino LLC. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, or Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com in Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit www.mtgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit www.1800gambler.net in West Virginia.
Is a new title really necessary?
Sir, after bestowing a gift of renting ease to millions, a bump isn't or declared. Oh, hey. Lord of the Lease.
I'm not a happy person.
Yeah, no. Emperor Renters. But it, Rentar the Trusted.
I don't like it.
No. Master of the Rental Sphere.
Wow. Oh, is it too much?
Mark's not done. Place.
I wanted to do an exercise because it's interesting when you look at the number of quarterbacks and go through just the opponents right now. Obviously, in the division, you've got Bills and Josh Allen, Jets and Aaron Rodgers, Miami Dolphins, and Tua. Health providing with all three, most of the Tua. After that, you have quarterbacks who could be really good some days. Denver and Russell Wilson, that's on the road. Daniel Jones, the Giants, that's on the road. Jimmy G and the Raiders, that's on the road. I'm not going to say the Colts and Steelers have quarterbacks.
Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, Daiquiri.
Yeah.
That's on the road. Dallas is on the road.
I believe Dallas is on the road as well.
Yeah, you're right. It is. So Dak actually would fit perfectly into that. He's either he could be really good to excellent to yeah, I don't get it with him. So rank those road quarterbacks that the Patriots have to deal with, Phil.
You got it.
I'll go first.
shit's
Where is
hilarious.
the more difficult group? Is it on the road?
It's at home because you didn't even mention Rodgers or Allen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a tough slate. That's a
But at least they got
tough
them at
slate.
home.
That's a tough slate. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you're talking about the premier quarterbacks early. I mean, Patrick Mahomes right there, Josh Allen. You got Aaron Rodgers, who's going to be an absolute stud. Tua's still in the mix there. I mean, you've just got
Jalen Hurts.
Herbert with a first round pick at
Jalen.
receiver.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is up there. You've got Justin Herbert. I mean, these
How many
are
top 10 quarterbacks do they see it? One, Bills, Cowboys, Dak has to be something.
Yeah.
Bills, Cowboys, Jets,
Chargers.
Bills,
Oh
Chargers,
wow. Back up.
Chiefs, Eagles. Well, I don't know about Derek Carr, but mine is, should we include him?
No, but
Okay, Jets.
he's close. He's close to cracking the top 10.
So they are playing 8 of the top 10. In their 17 games, they will face
Get
top
up.
10 quarterbacks 8 times.
Mm, 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 mm.
Loaded.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it, baby.
Loaded. Loaded, loaded.
Well, hopefully we're done with the scheduling stuff because I want to ask something that is draft related, but it's not specific to this past draft. But now that we're at a time where NFL teams are welcoming their rookies to their facilities, where a lot of veterans don't have to be there, but a lot of veterans are at the facilities as well. I'm always interested by the interplay between a young buck who's just been drafted, maybe early in the draft, and shows up. The veteran is there, plays the same position, and he knows that kid is there essentially to take his job. And what that interaction was like. So did you ever have to deal with that? I'm sure you did to some degree. When a young back showed up, how did you treat him? Did you give him the cold shoulder? Did you dump X-Lax in his protein shake after practice? Like what was that whole relationship like when the new rookies show up? You got to deal with it.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because as a veteran quarterback, I'll go back to Minnesota, and I was in Minnesota. This was my second season. I just had re-signed there, and I knew that there was potential that we were going to take a quarterback. But again, I'm watching the draft. See who
I don't know how I'm getting hurt right there.
Right, and immediately, you get the red flag go up and go, oh gosh, here we go. You're cussing a little bit. You're going, but at the same time, I've always taken the approach that I treat everybody with respect because again, you're going to be in that room now. Does that take away from your competitiveness? Not at all. You want to go win every competition out on the field when you get your reps and do all that stuff. But when he comes in the building, look, I'm going to introduce myself and I'm going to, be the veteran guy that I've always been. And at the same time, go, hey, anything you need, let me know. And you start to build that relationship because you spend a ton of time throughout the course of a year in that meeting room, and you want to have a good, solid room because that helps you.
You want to do the same punch? I can do it too.
But at the same time, in the back of your mind, every time you're at practice, you're like, hey, I've got to show up each and every day, and that's what it creates, though, that competitiveness that you talk about in the league is when you have somebody pushing you from behind, right, and you have somebody come in that you know is there to take your job, then are you going to rise to the occasion? And I'll tell you that, like, that preseason probably was one of my best preseasons leading up into the season just because of that reason. I knew that I had to have such great attention to detail. I had to go out and execute every single time. And so that's one thing that I'll say about it is it pushes you. But again, at the draft, when you're sitting there at home, maybe with a drink or something like that, you're not feeling too happy about it. But you sort of settle in, you absorb it a little bit, and then you say, okay.
Ooh, he should be out.
And now we're going to go to work.
Does the GM call you? Did Rick Spielman reach out to you, or did they reach out soon after the draft and say, what we did, this is why we did it, we're pushing you in and deal with it?
Yeah, you know what? North Turner reached out to me and said, hey, look, we did take Teddy in the draft. I don't want you to think this changes anything for you. You're still our guy. You got to go out there and you've got to earn it. But at the same time, we like where we got him in the draft, and he'll come in and he'll compete with you. But they reach out, especially at the quarterback position, right? Because of your mind, what the heck is going on here? But he reached out and just let me know, hey, you're still our guy going into camp. You've got to go earn it, just like everybody else here. But we're bringing in Teddy, and that doesn't change the dynamics of anything for you moving forward. So I always appreciated it when that happened.
What was it like when you came into the 7th round pick? Here, 2005.
Hey, fucker.
Team that had just won a Super Bowl with
Changing my
a guy who
stance.
was like 27 and already had
What do
3
you got?
rings.
What do you got?
You hadn't played since high school.
Right, I played since high school.
I'm coming to bed, babe.
I do remember walking into the locker room for the first time, and I called him Mr. Ray. I was like, that's such a weak move by you guys. I mean, looking back on it, I was like, did I really call him Mr. Ray? I mean, what a move. So nonetheless, then we go into our first meeting, and they put up the depth chart. It's Brady, it's Rohan Davey, it's Doug Flutie, it's Chris Redmond, and there's Matt Castle's name at the very bottom. And I was like, okay, got some work to do. Because we had 5 quarterbacks, all those guys were veterans. I mean, that's really 42, number 41, driving his Trans Am with the big eagle on the front in the practice. I was like, this guy's been around for a while. So, it's a different dynamic when you come in, but at the same time, I felt so blessed and lucky to be able to, one, get drafted, because you guys know my story. I never played down in college. And so it's one thing to be happy that you're drafted and that you actually are in the building, but it's a whole other thing to go out there and when you do get your opportunities, because they are limited when you have 5 guys, you got to go out and every opportunity you got to take advantage of it, because if that's what happened, unfortunately, with Chris Redmond when we were in OTAs and stuff like that. He was having some trouble at times getting in and out of the huddle because we had a lot of COVID. And I was like, and that's one thing that I had to study my butt off on, because they believe in calling the plays in practice so they get to the quarterback, so you had to get in and get the routine of being able to go and verbalize it when you got into the huddle. And so that was something that I really had to study and work hard on, but it was about learning it.
So you mean they would say the play to you,
right outside of the huddle.
and then you'd have to walk and keep it in your head and work it out?
Yeah, so it would be, I'll give you a great example. Z shift to 0 out, slot, alert, zing, jab, 130, cross X, go, alert, samurai. And then we'd have a double cadence, we call it molasses. And I'd say mo, ready, break. But you'd have to, that's something that's just ingrained in my head at this point. But
Somebody said that to you on the side.
Somebody said that, right. Josh McDaniels would say that, and I'd have to go get in the huddle. And so a lot of times, sometimes you can't, you're like, your mind's working, you're processing, and you have check, what the heck you just called? And so, but they would get pissed off when you wouldn't, because that was the most important part of being part of an effective offense, is getting in and out of the huddle with enough time to operate at the line of scrimmage, especially with the motions and the checks and all the stuff that we had going.
I love it. I love hearing about all of the detail that they expect from new players, because to me it's such a great way for them to weed out people who aren't gonna fit. It's all about, again, we're coming fresh off the draft. I spent so much time on it, like it's still where my mind is here, but it feels like most of the work done, even after you bring guys into the building, when you're trying to get down to your 53, it's a process of elimination. So it's like, okay, the world thinks these 200 guys are draftable. We're going to look at 100 of them, and within 5 minutes, we're going to tell you why they fit in their top part of our process. And then they whittle it down from there. And so that continues, though. It's a game, I think, Tom, based on all the stuff that they throw at these guys. Juju Smith-Schuster talking about making his flashcards that he keep up with the offense when they actually have to show up to work. I'm not saying he's not going to make the team. He's going to be part of the team. But there are a lot of guys that probably can't keep up with that stuff, and if you can't, you're not going to be around for it.
They are probably eliminating left and right. You look at, Bryce Young, 98 on that S2 thing. Could play for any team in the league. Was Will Levis there? Was C.J. Stroud there? Those players who are sitting there on the board, the Patriots he's awesome, but I don't know if he can get us in and out of the huddle.
His face has got to be so swollen, bro.
But the way we do things is different.
Yeah,
so
it is.
We morph the way we do things to fit him because he's so outstanding.
especially when you talk about the draft, right? How many teams even huddle anymore? Like, how many teams actually have a play call that comes into the quarterback and relays something to his teammates? You know, I know even for receivers. I talked to coaches this year who are scouting high-end, high-quality receivers in this year's draft who were not used to getting plays in a huddle. They were used to looking to the sideline and learning about their responsibility by looking to the sideline. They tried to, I guess part of these visits, I don't know how many visits you went on, that would be another good conversation to have with you, but these pre-draft visits, you can have a receiver into a visit, and you can put him through somewhat of a walkthrough situation out on the field, read a play to him, see if he can pick it up, see what he can do, see if he can get himself aligned. And I think, man, for some of these guys, it's like advanced calculus, because they just never done it before, and if you're the Patriots, you're like, well, we can't work with that. Then all of a sudden, there might be a receiver that you're not even considering, right? Because he can't do some of these things that he's going to have to know how to do basically on day one.
Right, and I think that's part of the evaluation process, because I had some of those coaches come out and we did visits at USC with the Raiders, with the Chargers, with the Bengals, and part of it was going in and getting on the whiteboard before we go out and even throw. And we get on the whiteboard or we'd watch film and he'd say, call out this play, what was the thought process here, what was the pass pattern, what was the read, and you'd have to go through what, from the time you broke the huddle to going out and say, hey, we're struggling this defense, is it an over front, is it an under front, is it a 3-4, how does that change your protection schemes, are you pulling front side, you know, all the different components that go into playing the quarterback position. So we've watched them.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, no worries. I'll just beat you 12 rounds.
That they might run, and what my thoughts were on this isn't something that I was familiar with. And then from there we go out and throw. But then when we come back in, a lot of times they'd say, hey, can you draw up that play that we went through before we went out to throw? This could be, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours after the fact. And we'd go in and you'd have to be able to continue to process and then use your
His face has
memorization
gotta be so
of what the
fucking
key
red.
points were in the teaching tools that he used about how they run the route, why they run it, maybe an adjustment. Where's your side adjust? Where's your hot? Where would be your issues? And so it was very intense meetings to a certain degree. It was actually one-on-one, but at the same time, you mentally because you know that you're setting a standard for yourself, that you're going to make an impression on this organization based on what
Let's do it.
Oh shit. Caught me dancing. gonna knock you down in one of these 2 rounds. Whoa. Yeah, you're so cheating, bro. That's hilarious. You knocked me down in the 12th round of all rounds. That's fucking hilarious. And with 2 straights. Know how many straights I've hit you with, you fucking idiot? Oh, man, this game makes me laugh. You couldn't be more obvious, bro. Bro, you're not good. I want to see the swelling on his face. You're modding. It's all good. That's hilarious. Dropping everything. The guy wasn't good at all, bro. I actually might call it.